Did you ever try to read a personal development book that someone recommended to you and think to yourself, my God, this is torture. Why would anyone think this is fun? If so, you're not alone. I have been there. There are some really horrible, bad, and if we're being honest, painful activities that pass for personal development. Personal development doesn't have to suck. Today we're going to be talking about how to make your personal development journey fun again, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jess at JessDickerson.com, and I'm a life coach helping you go from stress to success by giving you the tools to be more motivated, more confident, and less stressed. By the end of this video, you're going to have 5 ways to spice up your personal development journey and customize it so that it's perfect for you and you'll want to keep going back for more. And remember, if you want to be the first to know when I publish a new video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. On to making your personal development fun again. If we're being honest, I don't even really like the term personal development. It sounds so stodgy and businesslike, like it's only reserved for C-suite executives. Really, most of us are growing all of the time. Either you're going to go out and grow in the direction that you choose and do it on purpose, or you're going to wait for life to throw obstacles at you and you're going to have to learn to get around them. Even if we don't do it on purpose, life forces us to grow. A lot of people don't go out and do their own personal development because if you look at the books that are available, a lot of them are by old dead white guys and they're pretty unrelatable. If this sounds like a struggle that you've been having, type me in the comments. If this sounds like you, then it's time to start branching out with what you use for personal development. Before we get started on talking about this, I want to discuss the personal development journey. You are not on this journey because you are broken, you do not need to be fixed, and you are good enough right this second. The other thing to remember is that this journey doesn't have a finish line. It's not a race, there's no ending, there's no medals for personal development, and the only time you're done growing as a person is when you're dead. And I don't know about you, but this is not a journey that I am looking to finish anytime soon. There is no award for sticking to a plan that you don't like. Which brings me to our first way to make your journey fun again. If it's not fun, ditch it. Steve Jobs is famous for asking himself, if today was your last day, would you still want to go do what you're about to do? And if the answer is no too many days in a row, then it's time to reconsider the path you're on. There will always be parts of a journey that are hard and sometimes boring, but if it's all hard and boring, then it might be time to make a change. For example, I like to decorate cakes. I do it for my kids' birthday parties and other big events. But really, I don't actually like the baking of the cake that I need to decorate. But I can't decorate a cake if I don't have a cake to bake. So I've learned to just get through it and bake cakes that I know how to bake so that I can spend all of my time working on the decoration part. So in that example, the baking of the cakes initially was hard and now it's just kind of boring. But it is what gets me to the end result that I want, which is an awesomely decorated cake. But in this example, if I hated decorating the cake and baking the cake and maybe even eating the cake, then this wouldn't be a journey that I would want to be on. And the same is true of your personal development journey. Maybe you do need to learn some things for your job that you don't necessarily enjoy. I maybe am not going to be really big into doing the bookkeeping for my business, but it's something that I need to learn. But that is only part of my business. I certainly would not then take that bookkeeping knowledge and become an accountant just because I had the knowledge. So just like your personal development journey, parts of it might be required for you to grow as a person, but at the same time, there should be lots and lots of fun stuff. And really only a small portion of it should be maybe boring or not as interesting as you would really hope it to be. So take a look at the things that you're considering for personal development, and if they don't excite you and you don't have to do it, then look elsewhere. There's absolutely no reason to read a boring book or watch a boring video or go to seminars that don't interest you or learn about subjects that you don't really have any use for and you're not that interested in. Personal development is learning and growing as a person. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of ways that you can do that, and there's no reason that it should all be boring and painful just because somebody recommended a book to you or told you should watch this video. Doesn't mean that that's what's going to help you grow as a person. It's a personalized journey that should be perfect for you. The second way to improve your journey is to reward your progress. Our brains love rewards, even if it's something small. And the thing about personal development is you could be using the personal development as the reward, or you could be rewarding yourself for getting through one of those small sections of your personal development journey that is hard or maybe a little boring. A great example of this for me is Toastmasters. When I started this life coaching journey, I knew that I wanted to work with groups, so I was going to need to improve my public speaking skills. So I signed up for Toastmasters. Toastmasters helped me become a public speaker, so that was my personal development. But I'm also a card-carrying extrovert, so I got to go to meetings and hang out with a bunch of awesome, excited people while we all worked on our public speaking. So this became both the action of personal development and the reward for the personal development. The third way to improve your journey is to make it social. I bet you have a whole lot of friends that know a lot about something that you don't, and vice versa. What if you got together with those friends once a week, once a month, and each time someone taught something? It could be all over the map, from leadership to knitting to a foreign language. It doesn't matter. It's all growth. In this way, you get exposed to a whole bunch of different topics that you knew nothing about until now, and you might find something that really sparks your interest that you could go dive into. Or maybe you could just hang out with one or two friends and you could agree to do a personal development group, kind of like a book club. Maybe you all read the same book together and discuss it, or you watch the same video, or you listen to the same podcast. It doesn't matter the medium, it all counts. The fourth step to improving your journey is to define how you learn. There's really two ways to learn about a topic. There's wide and shallow, or narrow and deep. Learning wide and shallow means that you pick a broad area and you learn a little bit about each area. Maybe you're interested in foreign languages. If you learn foreign languages wide and shallow, you're probably going to be picking multiple languages and only learning a little bit from each. Maybe you pick 2 or 3 languages and you become conversational in them. Or maybe you pick 15 languages and only learn a few words, or you learn the same phrase like, "Where's the bathroom?" in 15 different languages. If you were going to pick a foreign language to do narrow and deep, you would become so immersed in one language that maybe a native speaker wouldn't know that it wasn't your first language. Or you would become so good at it that you could translate Shakespeare into that foreign language. Each of the learning ways has its merits. Neither one is right or wrong. It's just about what's going to keep you more interested. Are you the sort of person that wants to pick a big, broad topic like crafts and learn a little bit here and there? Maybe you know a little bit about knitting and crochet and quilting and paper. Or are you the sort of person that loves to get absolutely immersed in a hobby and become the best knitter that's out there? Either way, you're growing as a person. Either way, it's valid personal development. And one or the other is more likely to appeal to you, and it will keep you going on your journey and make it fun. The fifth way to make your personal development journey fun again is to start a project. As a coach, I know that if you have a project to work on to focus your energies, you're more likely to stick to it. So does your personal development thing that you're working on create something? If you're learning to knit, can you focus on making a scarf? If you're learning how to use a spreadsheet program, can you make the best spreadsheet for your schedule or your finances? If you're learning about nutrition, could you make the best darn paleo meal plan ever? Can you then somehow use these things that you could make from your personal development journey? For example, when I started knitting, I knew that I really just wanted to make gifts for other people. I started out making the ugliest scarf you have ever seen, and it was so very wrong. But after that, I really figured out what I was doing, and I started making projects for other people. And it got me so excited to sit down and work on the knitting, even if it was new and hard and sometimes frustrating. The excitement of the idea of giving away those gifts that I made kept me going. But even if that thing that you're working on doesn't produce something per se, it's still producing knowledge within you that you can share with others. Just because you only know a few words in Polish doesn't mean that you can't teach somebody else those words. You are not going through this personal development journey just so you can collect all the knowledge and hoard it. It will make you so much more excited to keep going on the journey if you find a way to share your knowledge with other people. Think about it as giving your knowledge as a gift to others. Make use of even the smallest amount that you have. Remember, you only need to be one step ahead of someone else in order to teach them how to get to that step. So even if you only know a couple of words of Polish, or you only know how to do this one technique, there's no reason why you can't go out and give that gift of knowledge to someone else. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and remember to subscribe for your weekly dose of motivation, confidence, and stress relief. If you're interested in further reading on this topic, I'll be linking the blog post that I wrote about this topic in the show notes below. I also have a link below for my weekly newsletter so that you can be the first to know about new programs and any new videos that I publish. Also, there's a link for the page where you can learn about my programs and how to work with me. Thanks everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.